Good morning. Welcome back to another edition of What I Eat in a Day. To be honest, I kind of wanted to skip today. I'm like super PMSy and I just want to like eat everything and I am just really irritable, but I figured that's probably the best time to be recording this because it's real and it's human, and if you're a woman, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I thought I would take you along for the day, show you what I eat when I'm like PMSing, just super hormonal, and kind of like want to eat everything, but also just like don't really care that much about food. It's all this like weird combination. But anyway, if you guys haven't hit that subscribe button, I would love if you did that. For real, I'm like super hormonal, so like hit the subscribe button and come along for the day. I'm going to show you what I eat when I'm PMSing. I guess that's what we're calling this. All right, let's do this. So for breakfast, I'm making my usual smoothie. I feel like you guys have seen me make this so many times, but it's just half a banana, some frozen berries, some protein powder, almond milk, and then I like stuff it full of spinach. I just like getting my greens in first thing in the morning, and then I like put my blender through the ringer, trying to get it into like a really thick consistency, top it with some peanut butter, and then just because I like needed some extra crunch and just like a little bit of extra sugar, you know, PMS problems, I added these vanilla clusters that we picked up from Trader Joe's. And then I've also been drinking a matcha latte because I am off coffee for a little while. Then around lunchtime, I had an event, and it was a book launch for a couple different authors in San Francisco. It was super fun. The authors were fantastic. That's my friend Phoebe. And when I was there, I had a LaCroix and some chia pudding. And then afterwards, Kurt and I had to pick up some chairs in the Mission. So we stopped by Tartine Bakery and we got one of their famous sandwiches, and oh my God, guys, these were the greatest sandwiches in the entire world. I think my face kind of says it all. And then of course we had to get some cookies for dessert that we just munched on, and then decided to kind of explore the Mission District, which we haven't done a lot of. Then around 4, I had some of this antioxidant trail mix that I've been loving. So I actually have no life plan right now. Well, that's not true. It's like 7 o'clock right now, and I'm not hungry for dinner, but I know I should eat, and I know that probably by 8 I'm going to be starving, and Kurt's on his way home from surfing, so I know he's going to be starving. But I literally can't think of anything that I want to eat. So I'm just going to go through the fridge and see what I have and see what comes out of it. I was just going to kind of set up my camera and then just like while I cook dinner, but I'm like, maybe I should just sort of capture this whole experience so you can see, like everybody else, I have those moments where I'm like, what the hell should I eat? So I'm going to try and figure out what to eat based on what I have in the house. This is why I fill my house with good quality ingredients. That way when this kind of stuff happens, I can make something with it. I don't know. Also, I'm in my pajamas. If you watch my evening routine video, you know why I'm in my pajamas, because I always get in my pajamas as soon as like, I want to say when the sun goes down, but the sun's going to be up for another like 2 hours. So that's a lie. Just as soon as like I'm done working. So yeah, let's see what's in my fridge. Actually, I've never shown you into my fridge. Okay. Well guys, this is my fridge. It's a little sad looking, huh? And then this is the side. In it. Okay, so options. These are leftovers, which I guess technically we could eat, but I'm not really in the mood for them. Our leftovers from our sandwiches from today. A lot of eggs per usual. Ooh, green beans. Let's do some green beans. Okay, and let's see what else I've got in the veggie department. Hi, Bodie. No, Bo. He's like, hi guys. Okay. I don't think I want any of that spinach. Well, I got a lot in here. A lot of carrots. See? Lots of veggies. Ooh, let's do some kale. Let's do a whole head of kale. Okay, let's do some kale. And then I might save the rest of these for something else. Protein. Ooh, tempeh. Let's do tempeh. Or we could do sausage. Let's do tempeh. Tempeh it is. So how was that little excursion through my fridge? Probably not that interesting. But what we came up with was, for protein, I'm going to do tempeh because I do have like meat and seafood in my freezer, but look at Bodhi's little like, Hey, Bo. I do have meat and seafood in my freezer, but I forgot to defrost it, so that's not an option. These green beans from my CSA. I think I might just do them on the stovetop because that's just like way easier. Kale. Would you like some kale? He just like backed the hell up when I brought the kale out. You like kale, bud. Yeah, so some kale. And, ooh, we need like some kind of like carb. I mean potatoes. But like I think I'm low on potatoes. Let me see what I have. Saved by the sweet potato. So sweet potatoes it is. Plan is to just roast these, and I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens here. So I'm just gonna let this thing record, and if you guys like just seeing what happens when I turn a camera on and try cooking, then stay tuned. I feel like this is just really boring, so I'll probably just fast forward through all of this because you're just gonna watch me like chop up potatoes. Please note I don't measure anything ever, except when I'm testing for the blog. When I'm cooking for myself, it's a free-for-all. Okay, gonna roast these in the oven at like 425. Next up, let's tackle the tempeh. Ooh, I'm thinking like strips. Also, I think Kurt's coming home. Let's see who he thinks I'm talking to right now. Wow, 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 look who's home. My surfer dude. We also have some friends joining us for dinner. Do you want to come say hi? Kurt just got home from surfing, and I didn't warn him that you will be joining us for dinner. I'm not like live streaming or anything. It's just I'm recording myself cooking dinner. You know, because it's just a normal night in our household. Okay. There we go. Let's marinate these babies. I feel like I should back this up. Okay. Is that better? I think that's better. I don't know if you can hear me or not. It's a family affair in here. Olive oil. I'm using soy sauce. I normally use tamari, but they were all out of tamari. So Kurt got a gigantic thing of soy sauce. So I'm just going to use this thing up and then buy some more. Ooh, that was a lot, but I'm sure it's fine. Sriracha. Can't really go wrong with sriracha, especially like for a marinade. It's so easy. Hey you, hey buddy. Then maybe some garlic powder. Then I'm just gonna make sure those are all coated and like set them to the side. I'll cook them later. For the kale, I just took like half the head of kale. I'm basically just gonna rip pieces off of the kale onto a baking sheet. I could just massage it, but I'm just like in a like roasted vegetable kind of mood. I don't know, I just find it has more flavor. You know, you kind of have to be in like a very specific mood for like raw kale, you know? You know? But I'm just gonna put like olive oil on them and I think just like a little bit of garlic powder. Just keeping it simple tonight. Also, I made an executive decision. We're doing zucchinis instead of snap peas because I do not feel like chopping off all the ends of the snap peas. So it seemed like
chop off the ends.
You would rather have snap peas?
I would rather have snap peas.
Okay, well we have our hero here.
I'm willing to contribute.
Kurt is willing to contribute. He is going to cut off the ends of the snap peas. All right, kid.
Snap peas are greater than zucchinis, in my opinion.
You heard it from him. All you, baby. All you. I kind of like it with the light on. So kale on the baking sheet. Olive oil. Being very liberal with the olive oil. That's my jam. I love some good healthy fats. Some sea salt. And then we'll do the garlic powder. And throw that into the oven to bake for whenever I decide to take them out. Made the executive decision to turn off the lights. I feel like it's better. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me. We are on the pot here. This is just my cast iron. I just recently seasoned it, so it's a little bit sticky, but that's totally fine for cooking. I feel like I need to be talking at you. I'm just gonna throw the snap peas in here and you can watch me cook them. Davida from the future here, and I'm going to show you how I made the snap peas. So I just added the snap peas into my cast iron skillet, added some coconut oil, that is some garlic, then I add some ginger and just saute that around for a couple of minutes until they start to get sort of a, less raw flavor. Add some rice wine vinegar and some soy sauce, and then I also added some sesame oil, which you didn't see there, and cooked those for another couple of minutes, and honestly, that's all it takes. Then I add some more oil, and this is for the tempeh, and I cook the tempeh for about like 2 to 3 minutes on each side, just so it gets a little bit brown, and that's all it takes. Then I just pulled the potatoes and the kale out of the oven, and that was it. We have our bowls here, and I'm gonna add the potatoes and the tempeh and then some sriracha and call it dinner. I mean, like, in theory, I want this to look like Instagram pretty. In reality, it definitely is not going to. Now I'm going to go take a picture for this thumbnail. So guys, this is dinner. And I think it's probably pretty good. Should I try it? I think I should try it. Usually when I make these bowls, I just I cut everything up and just mix it all into one big mushy, messy mush. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's good. I mean, the kale kind of sucks because I burnt it, but besides that, it's pretty good. Anyway, thanks for joining me for dinner, and let's jump back into what I eat in a day. Cut to future Davida now. So, of course, if you have peanut butter cups in your house, you're gonna eat them, and especially when you're PMSing. So I had a couple of them. Luckily, there weren't that many left. Otherwise, I probably would have eaten the whole thing. And then just a cup of peppermint tea to go with it.